Good morning, students. Today's topic is the continuation of chapter number 2 Inside Our Earth from Geography. And today I will discuss with you three topics. Number 1 is uses of rocks, number 2 is rock cycle, and number 3 is minerals or what is minerals. So, my dear students, as I told you in my previous explanation about the formation of different types of rocks, like first of all igneous rocks, and after that sediments and formation of sedimentary rocks and metamorphic rocks. So, today I will discuss with you that how these rocks are very important for us and what are the uses of different types of igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks and metamorphic rocks. Okay, so students, rocks are very useful for us. As I told you, hard rocks like marble and another type of basalt rocks are used for making roads, houses and buildings. And after that, another rocks and stones used by the earliest people for the construction of Red Fort and Taj Mahal. So, Taj Mahal is made by marble, which is a hard rock, and Red Fort is made by sand rock, which is the example of soft rock. And students, on the other hand, rocks are used by the people to complete different types of purposes, not only for the construction of roadways or houses. Sometimes children used these small part of rocks for games, etc. Okay, so students, you can understand rocks can be used to complete different types of purpose according to its softness and according to its hardness. Alright. After that, now I am going to discuss with you about rock cycle. And students, this is the diagram of rock cycle. Okay. Now I am going to discuss with you that how these rocks are changed from one rock to another rock, and again it is changed its original form. So students, as I told you that one type of rocks can be changed into another type of rocks under different conditions, like due to the heat, too much pressure, rocks can be changed, or rocks can be changed its form into different types of rocks in a cyclic manner. And you can see this is a diagram of rock cycle. So students, first of all we have to understand what is the definition of a rock cycle. So students, the process of transformation of the rock from one rock to another is known as the rock cycle. Okay? As I told you in my previous explanation that after the eruption of magma or lava from volcano, when it is coming on the surface of the earth, it is started to cools down and solidified, and then it is responsible for the formation of igneous rocks. And due to the natural act, like due to too much pressure, too much heat, and due to the wind action, this hardest igneous rocks started to broken into a very small particles or pebbles. So this broken part of the rocks of igneous rocks is known as sediments. After that, these sediments taken by the movement of air and water from one place to another place, and it is deposited by the action of water and running air movement is responsible for the deposition of these rocks particles into one layer to another layer. Thus, this is responsible for the formation of sedimentary rocks. Okay? And after a long period of time, due to the too much heat and pressure and movement of the earth, and also interior action of the rocks inside the earth, is responsible change into a metamorphic rocks. Okay? And again, these metamorphic rocks melt down on the surface of the earth due to the too much heat, or due to the formation, or due to the deposition of magma on it. And again, it is changed and solidify and formed igneous rocks. So students, now you can understand rocks are changing their form from one to another, and again it is changed its form, and again it is changed into one to another form. So students, here I want to clear one thing in front of you, that due to the too much heat and pressure, these igneous rocks and sedimentary rocks directly can be changed into a metamorphic rocks. Alright. So students, as I told you that after the eruption of volcano, magma or lava comes out on the surface of the earth, and it is started, cools down and solidified, and responsible for the formation of igneous rocks. And due to the too much heat, pressure, cooling, this hardest igneous rocks started to broken down into a small fragments of rocks, or into the small particles of rocks. And again it is taken by the movement of wind and running water, and deposited these sediments layer by layer on any one place. Thus, it is responsible for the formation of sedimentary rocks. And again, due to the too much heat and pressure, this rock is changed into a metamorphic rock. And again, metamorphic rock can be changed into a magma due to the eruption of volcano, in which hot magma started to deposit on the metamorphic rocks, and this hot lava is responsible for the melting of metamorphic rock. And then this mixing of magma and metamorphic rock started to cool down, and responsible for the formation of igneous rocks. So now you can understand this is a rock cycle. In this way, rocks can change its form from one type of rocks to another type of rocks. Okay, understood? So my dear students, as I told you, these rocks are made up of or formed by different types of minerals. So, one question will arise here that what is minerals? So, students, minerals are naturally occurring substances which have different physical properties and different chemical composition in which minerals are formed. And students, minerals are also very important and very useful for humankind or for human being. How minerals are important and useful? So students, you know very well that coal and natural gas, aluminium, iron, gold, all are the example of different types of minerals. Coal is very important and used by the big industries for the heating of furnace, and natural gas which is present on the petroleum deposit is very important for the burning of stove, and petroleum is also very useful for the running of vehicles. And on the other hand, different types of minerals like iron, aluminium, gold, uranium, etc. used to complete different needs and requirements. For example, iron and aluminium is used for making steel and also for the making of windows and doors and pillars which are used by the people during the construction of buildings, etc. Gold is also a kind of very precious and important mineral which is used for the making of different jewelry and ornaments. And uranium is also a very energetic and very costly minerals which can be used for the formation of electricity or for the generation of electricity. On the other hand, different types of minerals are also used by the humankind for the making of medicines and fertilizers which we are using in our field to increase the soil fertility. So students, now you can understand that how these rocks and minerals which are present in the rocks are very important for the construction, for the formation and for the making of different types of materials which are very important and very helpful for the survival of human being. So students, here your chapter number 2 inside our earth is completed, and in my next explanation I will discuss with you question and answer whatever given in your exercise. Okay, so listen my lecture very carefully. Anywhere if you have any doubt or difficulty, then contact to me. All right, thank you and have a nice day.